Hello there everybody and welcome back to episode 3 of my tutorial series for Prestige 6 in Against the Storm. Well, we are pretty much on our way to victory. Well, it doesn't look like it, but we have a very solid foundation under our feet. So for today, well, we need to consolidate that and find ourselves a proper victory strategy. But before we do anything else, we're going to chase away the fishmen. This will take workforce and take time, but it also yields amber and a reputation point, so I'm sold. We're also going to take the 8 for the Fox Pack reward, which will not only give us extra resolve for the foxes, but also 2 more or 3 more resolve points for the foxes themselves. So more workers, more happy foxes. What's not to like about that? Let's see, probably if we get lucky, we'll be able to get the crop packs done here as well. Let's see, is there any place where we can make provision packs better? No, there's not. But currently, as a matter of fact, I'm going to turn them off, as I really feel like we got more pressing matters at hand. Okay. So let's unemploy all that and stick to the crop packs. There goes now this. Chasing them away with training gear. We can cut that down to 332, but we will have little to no chance of getting that done in that time because our scouts still have to haul the stuff over there, so I am not too confident about this going down to our advantage. Anyways, we got more than enough people living now in our city to go further into housing here. So let's do this. And this way we will create a second upgraded hearth already. Let's see what Bliss has in store for me besides these things. So, oh, the bricks. That reminds me. I did turn off the brickyard's usage of stone because of reasons. Alright. Let's return to the production. Although, yeah, there's not much, but there is a little bit that we need to produce. Okay. So, reinforced needles is sick. Kiln. We could buy ourselves a kiln here. But I don't see myself willing to sell away my last things. I mean, we do have a sizable chunk of coal, but as you see there, this wouldn't weigh that much. If we'd be selling away all our extra fuel items, maybe. But I'm not feeling too well about that either. I think it would be probably safe, especially selling all the fuel to get a kiln. But the problem you got to see here is, well, is this really a problem? No, it's not. We're actually going to do this. Usually I'm not eager to go these ways, but I just realized one thing. We are selling coal to produce coal, and that is a good thing. We have the backup sea marrow, which is our wonder drug of sorts. And let's see, maybe we can squeeze in one something. At least. There we go. Okay. And then we buy that kiln. So, coal production is just outright amazing in so many regards. We can do so many good things with that. And I totally wanna. Alright. So, let's see. Nah, our foxes are nowhere near close to starting that in time to get that reward during the storm season. Anyways, let's check out what the draft has in store for us. A furnace? Tempting, but, well, the issue at hand is we don't even have a copper mine yet. We haven't found a single metal deposit so far, so Not too interested. What does interest me, though, is the artisan. Let's see how many people of ours like coats. The beavers do, and nobody else. So, yeah, that downgrades the artisan quite tremendously. Is there any reason in the storm seasons for coats? You see, this would be a pretty nice false friend. Picking this up sounds really good because coats and yada yada yada, but not really. The luxury good packs, we are not producing any of these either, so no. So it's not really a good one, sadly. Under these circumstances, it's one typical situation where I'm like, well, then I'm not going to draft anything. The manufacturer, though, is tempting me with its lots of training gear options, which is, I think... Ah, never mind. Brawling. Ah, yeah, no, I'm right. Brawling. So, brawling is a cross interest in the foxes and the lizards, so that would be at least something that is useful. And as you see, training gear is also quite often used for event resolutions. It requires stone and plank or metal, depends on your desperation level. Anyways, it's a simple thing. We're not going to do anything. We're going to be connecting the pipes here, and I need a second lizard on this. I got 4 lizards by now. Let's change that. This, the ranch, putting the ranch into full swing is in my book right now. One of the most important things out there. There we go. Alright. That's what I like to see. And, yeah, now, the Fishman Totem, right. So we're going to crank up the water engine here, and we have one person here not doing anything, so we can put this guy here. So use the foxes for the totems when you can, as here the same-o story applies. They do just everything related to these faster. We're currently dropping massively in timber. So that is something that I need to be wary of. And I need to block out the sun for a second. I need to pause the video. Nice. I can see the screen again. Wonderful. So, yeah. This is really troubling me a little bit. But we can extract this like that. And we obviously do need more woodcutters. I mean, the fish cave is one of the most ungrateful events. As you see there, we're spawning already Fishman Totem before we even got started with the actual resolution of the event. But, well, it is what it is. So we're finally starting to use rainwater. I think we can unemploy one of them here and re-employ one extra woodcutter here. So that makes a pretty decent way of getting a little bit extra wood. So here comes the next Fishman Totem. So I really hope that with 2 foxes on the duty, we will be able to resolve them before another one spawns. And here you see, we're miles away from resolving that in time. Okay, another way how we can get in more wood in a faster means is mining, chopping it less off-grid. Right now, we were in a sort of an off-grid situation where it was a very long commute to get to the next warehouse. This here is now a lot easier to access. So, lack of workers it is. So what can we do out of that? So here these guys are out of work. Okay. So sadly enough, we weren't able to make the crop packages in time. So we're going to unemploy these guys and see what they can do elsewhere. Currently, my settlement needs one thing most desperately, and that is a steady income of food, as we are currently feasting or burning through whatever we got. So let's see. We got not enough lizards to get for the food grabbing strat. But maybe we can. It'll all bounce into equilibrium now. It is nothing we'd need to be too worried about. The only thing that I'm now considering is to set up a new gathering camp. And I think I will, but I need something that is probably not so far off-grid like this root deposit here. That's just what we want. That'll yield us some food and some herb. So I'm going to drop the favor button on the foxes, as I really don't see any reason not to. But we really need to be wary about our food situation. This is worrying me a little bit. So, Jadani Stormfeather, she is running with food. That means we can get ourselves some grub from there as well as sort of an emergency strat. Because I do consider to import some food as a emergency thing. The other option we'd had would be bashing open a cache, but I am not that interested in that, as this mean that we'd be losing these materials. But there's one thing that we really shouldn't do, and that's not use all the workers that we have at hand. So, let's go. Is there anything that we can go for here specialization-wise? Not without humans. So, we're going to have that. And I also just decided that for the time being, we're going to have another warehouse back here. So, collecting here isn't much of a big deal anymore. And if we don't need it anymore, we're just going to destroy it. Simple as that. Alright. So, well, now I got no more boxes left for my fishman totems. Oh, newcomers, just in time. Wonderful. So, I'm picking up the package with more lizards again, because economy-wise, they are just making much more sense to me than anything else. Their resolve is low. How so? Negligence. Ah, yeah, alright. It's the favoring program. We need to drop that now, I guess. So, but at the same time, we are going to give the lizards the houses they need. And let's see. Our timber situation should improve quite soonish. Or does it? Well, we can employ another woodcutter, and finally we've got a lot of workers now at hand. This is just what I was waiting for. So, let's see. We are building those gatherer camps. For the time being, that is the best bet that we can go for. I will re-employ the lizards back to the ranch. And we're also going to re-employ the people at the makeshift post. And we can now also start making jerky, obviously. So jerky might be not the most efficient way of making food, but it is finally a good reason to forbid the stuff elsewhere. So we're probably going to make it like that. And forbid raw meat from the consumption table, which is a bit of a pretty terrible situation, because that basically makes up all of our food that we had left. So we're going to call the trader in here early. We have to resolve the situation somehow. It doesn't work without doing something different. And I'm really afraid that somebody might die out of hunger with what we're doing here right now. So we definitely should get the jerky on a higher priority than the coal. That definitely will help. And let's see. It always hurts to buy food. I'm well aware of that. But we got resin, so we can just easily buy ourselves some berry. Because that resin, it is a useful good in all regards. I don't want to badmouth it, but we don't need it as badly as we need food right now. So there we go. Let's trade that. And this'll get us now somewhere for the time being. Those freaking fisherman totem, though. But, well. It's gonna be done soonish. But we really need to put somebody on that task right now. So, who can be off his duty? Let's pick up one of our woodcutters. It is okay to not go with a fish, with a fox on this one. I just want to have these gone before the storm hits town. That's the main objective right now. And there we go. We will gain now 20 amber that we technically could spend as well. We also gain a truckload of veg, which we cannot process into any food whatsoever yet, but whatever. I think it'll be fine. Alright. The fact that everything is costier in this prestige level does make it does increase the pressure quite heavily. So I made up my mind and I will build the manufactory. Or draft it rather, I should say. So there is the rain mill. We definitely will go for that one too. Or the distillery for finally getting ourselves an early hot fix on food. Huh. No, we're going to take the rain mill. I mean, there will come the day where I am not milling or I'm not crop packaging away all the stuff that I am harvesting anymore. You see? Like, now. So we can drop that ball now. So I'm holding back this one for the next year. As useful as it might be for our farms, it's just not coming together right now. So there we go. Is the money already cashed in? Ah, yeah, she's already gone. Too bad. That would have been pretty nice too, but it is what it is. Alright, so there's too many people at the crew workstation right now, so let's take them out of there. We don't need to do anything with that as it is right now. Okay, the crop packages are there. And we got all the Frogman totems gone. Brilliant. So, wood stockpiles aren't the worst either. So, we're going to continue our glade adventuring into this direction. But the hard way. So, let's see how much we can keep chopping this storm. I mean, technically, I have not much faith in or capability of keeping this up like that. Why is the hostility still that high? Well, we're just that many people and it is year 4, huh? Alright. Sucks to be us. But luckily we're getting them houses done in time. Alright. So this area here soon we'll have enough people as well. So let's see how that situation will evolve. That also means for me, I want the decorations down. 1, 2, 3, 4. With that super nice side effect that we're also fulfilling a quest here at the same time. Okay, so we got a couple of resolve issues that we just cannot ignore like that, sadly. I also got tons of workers that I need to keep busy somehow. Okay, let's see what we can do about that. This one will be fulfilled pretty soonish too. Next year, I think. So that's nice. But let's see. We built successfully the rain mill, but milling anything here, yeah, how useful is that? It's debatable insofar as we could only sell the grain, but in the current scenario, I'm rather giving it to my lizards to make something good out of it, you see? Speaking about which, well, the lizards will last anyways. Well. So the beaver moral has dropped. Let's see. Yeah, if we unemploy all of the woodcutters, we get away from the moral drop. So we have here, as you see, so freaking many workers. We need to do something about that. What's the best way? Well, we need to obviously reproduce planks. So let's start with that. Right. So here at the brickyard, there's again nothing that we can really produce here. Well, I'd say this is a nice moment to consider whether or not we can afford a second or ourselves another hearth. And the answer is yes. We also might as well start smashing open one of these boxes. We got 15 tools, but, well, the more I think about it, the less eager I am. So, another option would be to prepare up for another dangerous glade here. The city is weird insofar as we have way more people than we got jobs. So, we're not able to build any more collector camps because of a lack of parts. So yeah, here comes the pressure. We basically have too many mouths to feed in that city. That's what it is. What will also help will be drafting some service buildings, so we could escape this way out of that situation. I'm not interested in packs of building materials, as this would mean that we're packaging away a limited good. And the only sorta unlimited good would be the planks, but we don't have any building to produce these in a large-scale fashion. So, on the plus side, we got vibe and lizards at the kiln. And, well, we're going to mill some of that flour. I mean, I don't want to spend the storm just twiddling my thumbs. Let's do at least something with our time. We could also consider making crop packages as a industrial good, as in earning money with it, substantially. That would be also an option. Sadly, we don't have any metal bars that we could spin into pipes. Would be pretty cool too. So yeah, it's the lazy storm season. I can't really change it. Not really happy about it, but I also can't change it. We don't even have any fertile soil or something where we could build another project. I don't want to smash any crates open, as this would be finding its resolution at the wrong spot at the wrong time. And currently, I don't even want to spend my my tools without knowing what's on the next blade. So let's do it as follows. Since the storm is almost over already, we're going to slap back our woodcutters. As in the worst case scenario, I will be favoring the beavers for a hot minute. But most likely they won't be even realizing that. There was something. So we need more territory. That's what we need. So yeah. Let's favor the beavers for a moment. I don't want an accidental death, just like we had it the other day. We don't need that. So, small press, pretty interesting. But export specialization is smiling at me, as is farming tools. Well, that's a difficult one. But, well, we're going to go for the farming tools at that point, as this is just opening up the farms into a victory condition for us. So, 2 level 3 districts. That ain't easy at all. 4 dangerous glades and, yeah, well. This is sort of a long-term thing for us that can help us. And let's see. Advanced rain collector? Nah, thanks. Smokehouse? No thanks either. Oh, sheesh. This is really, really not good. The smelter here is probably the best of these, but none of these items are too desirable. I don't want the advanced rain collector, so we're going to grit our teeth and do the reroll. Sometimes you just have to. So, that is really not getting any much better, except for the tea house providing porridge. So we're going to go for the distillery here, or for the tea house. Well, that's a difficult question. But it is now the question, do we want to cater the beavers or the foxes? But we're going to go for the distillery because the beavers, I have an easier time catering their tastes, I think. So down goes the distillery. Okay, so with that, manufactory, I mean, with that manufactory, we can finally start trading. This is not by itself any victory condition for us, but it is damn useful. So, we're also going to send some foxes down to one of these things here, I thought, but I have second thoughts. We don't have any urgency behind opening up any extra dangerous glades. I just decided. Alright, we just need 2 more people in that area to have 2 districts of level 2. So let's see. Yeah, they can spend some. So we can just build another unit of beaver housing. And if I am not mistaken, that should do actually the trick. But yeah, here we really suffer for our inefficient crude workstation, you see. So we're also going to put 200 meat on the stockpile, as I clearly see that this is just outright darned useful for us. Alright, we have a slow grind upwards with the reputation just by the lizards. It's always a welcome effect. And let's just hope that we're going to be able to bring up enough planks in this season for the construction of this abode. Because that would get us somewhere. Alright. It's year 5. So we should really try to speed up our business. Alright, so we got ourselves fertile soil. That is exactly what I was hoping for, and a harmony spirit altar. So here, the hoarding of fuel comes in handy. By the way, at the kiln, I didn't set up a limit for the fuel processing. Not a good habit. Not a good habit at all. And now we're going to go back upwards here. So, and we got a homestead. I don't know that yet. So, alright. I haven't seen that one yet, but it sounds dope. So we can use that as a extra powerful farm. Brilliant. So burning down this thing will make resolve drop much faster, and getting it together would be making a lot of happiness happen. Well, sadly I sold all my resin lately. Who thought that this would be a good idea? I wonder. That guy. Jokes aside, this is completely a-okay. We're just going to do our Bernie Burns, and let's get that started right away. Keeping it as a decorational item would have been pretty good as well. Not a single doubt about that. But in our current situation, I want to get it done as fast as possible. Okay, so these guys bring food, these guys bring amber. Wait a sec. Amber was the missing link there. Oh well, as well as the other things. Whatever. I had a wrong train of thought there. So we can now easily just set up a lizard dorm here as well. And yeah, we need to allow the sea marrow now. Doesn't help at all. Alright. So our kiln people are churning out fuel now, which is pretty decent. And they should be using for the jerky also coal exclusively. It's much more efficient this way. And there we go. So we can rake in that reward here as well. Which is really, really good, as it is a +1 to the package thingies. Which is kind of like our Achilles heel. Planks, jeez. Brain. Why are you not braining as I want you to? Anyways, so my man Zorg, I need pipes. And actually I need to produce them. It doesn't count if I'm not making them myself. Curses. Anyways, so I lost a little bit of track of my production cycles here. That's not good. So we do wait for the distillery to come up so we can make porridge there. Exactly. Alright. That also does mean that the rain collector will be on a higher demand, but one thing at a time. Planting crops is faster is pretty much not what I want. Any farmer can carry additional items. That, though, is really good. Mold supply is what we need more money here, so there goes. How are we going to pay for that? Well, probably with the pigments. Oof, they're worth almost nothing. Dang it. I mean, we cannot pay Ember with Ember. That is just not viable. So yeah, we're just not able to buy that. It is what it is. Alright, so I'd say what I am very interested in is buying some extra grain, though, as my economy is really much revolving around that stuff these days. Okay. So basically our next goals are just to set up a wine production. A tool production somewhere would be nice, or, well, I think at the end of the day here, what would be also just a saving grace would be a structure that's just building crop packs, because we probably, with the homestead down there, can crank out so much of that it might become a victory condition on its own. Alright, so we have a 2-star deposit that we can harvest there. Well, why not? But this is also marking the ending point of today's episode, my friends. As you see there, the higher difficulty levels are pretty much more demanding also in terms of engagement here. We're on a good way, but not there just yet. But I see ourselves going into a good streak in the next run. but we still gotta be getting there. The current situation is pretty difficult due to the fact that we just don't have anything that is just speeding up our victory. That's pretty much what it is. Anyways, thanks for watching, you all. Come drop me some comments down there in the comment section. I'd be really, really happy about that. And as usual, feel free to subscribe and check out the description box. There's plenty of links to go around there. And there's Discord, there's my Twitch where I stream on the weekends, and there's also PayPal, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee. If you want to support the channel, that's way to go. You can also check out my channel membership system, which will allow you to preview all the things that I have already scheduled for release. So yeah, knock yourself out. I'd be happy to have you. See you all on the next one, and a big thanks for all of you supporting the channel, and a big thanks to you watching this video up until the very end. See you next time. Bye bye.